Hey guys, my name is David Tortosa, and we'll be going over the pedestal camera movement. Now first off, why the pedestal movement? Why can't you just keep it stationary? Why can't you just shoot and stay still with the subject? Well, with our other cameras, they have movement, natural movement themselves. So with a handheld operator, unless you're a bodybuilder, which all of us aren't, unless you're a bodybuilder, you can probably keep it still. But for the most part, your natural body moves when you hold something heavy. And so with that, we want to match the handheld with the pedestal camera. So you want to introduce the artificial movement, not natural movement, because naturally it'll stay where it's at. Artificially, we want to move it so it matches all the other cameras. Now to make it easy for you, I made 4 keys to success to ensure correct artificial movement on your pedestals. Now the first key to success are the handles. For one, you don't want to grip it too tight, because if you grip it too tight, it's not going to be a smooth movement. So make it loose, be comfortable with the pedestal. It's not going to hurt you. It's not going to bounce back. It's on your terms. So you just want to be loose with it. Don't even grip it too tight. Just grip it kind of like your steering wheel would. Grip it loose, grip it comfortably. Second, we don't want you to over grip the handles, meaning weird ways to over grip the handles. And in conjunction with that, we want to make sure you're at operation readiness. So the correct way, or the way that I train most of our volunteers, is to hold it at a readiness position, meaning that your left hand is at a control, your right hand is at another control. That's called operation readiness. So you're not over gripping anywhere here, you're just gripping where you need to. So my left hand on the focus control, my right hand on the zoom control. So in this way, you can move it while you're holding these controls, but also if you need to change focus, I can do that while I'm moving, or zoom, and I can do that while I'm moving as well. So making sure you have correct form on your pedestal, because that makes it easier to do the artificial movement. Second key to success is randomizing your movement. Now, a lot of people like to do infinity symbols, as you can see here in this footage. Or pretty much bouncing on their head, as you can see in this footage as well. Now, the reason why we randomize our movement is just to make sure that it doesn't look robotic, like the movements are just repeating itself over and over again. We want the movement to be randomized just so it feels comfortable and natural to the viewer online. Third key to success is called tempo matching. Now I know it's kind of weird, but bear with me. What I like to do that helps me with my artificial movement is sway to the song. So I know you can't see my hips, but I pretty much sway left and right to the song. That gives you a natural movement to your artificial movement. So when you sway, your hands sway as well. And then in turn, gives a more natural artificial movement to it. And another thing a lot of volunteers have told me that helps them is actually singing the song as well. So you have that tempo in your mind, in your rhythm, and while you're singing, it really identifies your movement or decides your movement for yourself. So I'm swaying, I'm singing. Again, each person is different. You don't have to sway. Hey, you don't even have to sing. We're not on the worship team. This is the video team. But whatever helps, we encourage it. Of course, don't sing loudly, but if it helps, you can hum, you can dance, you can sway. Like I said, whatever helps with the artificial movement. Now, the last key to success is a loose grip and loose tensions. So the same thing with the first key to success is making sure you have a loose grip. So what I do is if I need to put my hand on the zoom wheel, I don't even grip it all the way. I grip it like this. And then on my left hand, of course, you can't really over grip or under grip the focus wheel. I just grip it. But what I do is I don't grip it tightly to where I'm just really stagnant or stiff. I grip it loose, just so I have that movement. It feels natural and smooth. Now, the important thing for our volunteers that have been proven challenges for our volunteers is the tension settings. So we want to make sure that when you are out there practicing, you decide what tension setting you want. So for me, I'm usually okay at 4. For some people, if it's too stiff to move or too difficult to move, sometimes people are at 3, or even sometimes I've seen 2, which it's loose. But if it's comfortable for you, then by all means, pick 2. One rule is to make sure that the tilt and the pan stay at the same number, just so they're congruent with each other. But for right now, I'm operating this pedestal, so I'm gonna stay at 4. I'm comfortable, loose grip on here on the left-hand side, and I got that movement down. I'm swaying sometimes maybe, singing maybe, keeping it loose, operation readiness, and hopefully I can get that artificial movement to look natural.